Alrighty, it's an unusual time where I actually get to stream live. We have technically the 18th match of the season between Kyle Heady, who is on the left, coming in with a 121 and 103 record, holding on to his hopes for a wild card spot, where Justin Waters, who's really run away with it so far, 136 and 32, has to play catch up here in the last few weeks of the season. But they're going to be going away, and knowing Justin, he's going to want to start first. He's going to be on lane 12. I'll get the ambient mic up. We'll get the scores up. I have Steve Carton here, who will probably chime in with a few bits here and there as we go through the match.
Absolutely.
Be loud, Steve.
Okay.
There you go.
I think I can.
You think you can? I know you can. All right, Waters always likes to go first. He's starting out on lane 12. I got my magic box down the bottom. Good morning, Greg Packer. How are you, buddy? All right. Sorry, I'm a little off center here, the way it's set up in Millis. They've got this really nice high area. Oh, I need to turn the replay on, too. Make sure I don't miss anything here. As Waters on the head pin with his first ball, leaving the 5-9. No wood. Hopefully the audio balance is good for you folks. And Waters with his first spare opportunity. Takes it right home. So first replay test of the day. Looks good. You still hear me. That's the way it should be. Waters 10 and a ball right out of the gates. We got the luckiest MFer in the house, Hall of Famer Steve Reno, watching the match over to the side. It is live, Greg, for a change. It's nice because I'm not bowling. I can sit here, do the commentary, and have a good old time. Waters on the fill.
Right on the head pin.
Yep, a little heavy, but gets it to break up for him. So another two-pinner this year, the 3 and the 6. I'm going to make sure that my mixer is done right. Oh! Punches his way through, as will happen a lot of times here. It catches people off guard. You know, Millis has those quick plates and certainly snap on you really quick. A single stick for a 10 box. Accurate and picks up the loose stick. 28 through 2.
Nice start to the match.
Yeah. It's a beauty. That's one of the things that, you know, you average 130, you want to go first. You know, set up a 70 half all day long and make people have to chase you down. All right, box 3 firing away. Will it tip it? It's got it. On the pocket, gets the late push of the 4-pin. Spare, 10, strike, 38 in a pair through 3. Your match on the 27th. Where is it, Casey? That's a hike and a half for me. I'm all the way down by Rhode Island. How you doing, Michael? Waters on the strike.
All over that head pin.
Yep.
Very nice.
Bad things can happen with splits, but 4 for 4 on the head pin. No splits for him so far. An 8 dropped, shooting at the 2 and the 5. It's a match, Mr. Wentworth. I actually may be up there, Casey. It's not totally impossible, but I might be busy. Waters plucks out the back pin, leaves the 2. It's a 9 fill, 47 through 3. My scores, while hopefully are accurate, are not official. And that'll be his first open box, a 9 box, as he pulls to the left and takes the stick out off the plate. I may be up in that area, Casey. I don't know what the wife's going to expect out of me if I'm up there with her on that Sunday. If I can, I'll try. All right, Waters at 56 through 4, looking to sit on a mark here, I'm sure. This is the second match between these two bowlers. Oh, wow. Hits the Brooklyn side, and it looks
split of the match.
Yep. Looks like he has that 9-pin lead, but
it's not a bad setup.
No, the wood's good. I would probably say he's coming to the left side of that front piece of wood, trying to shoot that off the other piece of wood and let his ball carry through into the 7. Oh, he's going the other way.
Yeah.
Oof, almost got the kick off the
planned on
ball.
hitting that front wood, though.
Yeah, yeah. I think I would have come left, but look, he's a better bowler than me.
Probably looking for the sweep right to left.
Yeah, they can, Larry. And nails the stick. A 66 half, which is pretty much right on pace for Justin there. So 5 for 5 on the head pin, 1 split, strike, spare, 2 10s, and a 9 box. Has him at 66 as he hits the seat. We'll get our first look at Kyle. Now, this is their second match against each other this year. Kyle jumped on Justin right off the golf season at the end of summer. Got a 10-4 victory away from him, so that's pretty big, knowing that, you know, Justin could be
Absolutely.
a tough nut to crack. And Kyle fires away at the beginning here. He's going to be off the head pin in Drew Steele's chop zone. Takes out the 3, 5, 9, and the 7s, so quite a mess to deal with here. Get on the pocket. He's going to find the bunny hole. Oh, that's a yucky feeling, and you're left with thinking, what do? You got to go for the shot because it's against Justin Waters, but you also want to play it a little safe. So
Yeah, good one.
that's a pretty good out.
Yeah, good out.
Good out under the pressure. He'll take an 8 box and try to get himself going in the right direction here. Alrighty, box 2. That's much better ball.
That's a very good ball.
Stay on, stay on. All right, there's a piece of wood behind it that stopped it from going away. So a 5-7 split, but I'll take that kind of wood all day.
You go right at the 5?
I'd go right at the 5. Yeah, count on that pin shooting the 7 for you. I mean, it looks like it's pretty much juiced almost any way you hit this. Wow. But the wall makes liars of us all. That piece of wood went right off the wall and cut right back across. And it'll be a 9 box. 17 through 2. Kyle finds himself in an early 11 pin hole. Three boxes to go in his half. The ACST, for those who haven't seen a lot of these matches, it's 5 strings head to head, no handicap. Winning a string is worth 2 points, tying it is worth 1, losing it isn't worth anything. And when it comes to total pinfall, it's a 4, a 2, or a 0, depending on how it comes out. 18 matches in the season. And
Nice
there we
shot.
go. He's on the board with his first mark. Blowing up the Cleary left, taking advantage of that wood behind. How you doing, Nico?
That's a tough shot.
Yeah. Got that nice kick off the wall to pull it away for him. Gets his first mark. That's, you know, John Boudreau was a great chat about a match. He's like, you don't want that first strike, you want that first spare, and he's going to want that fill ball back. As dropped out to the left and just picks out 2. Everybody dropped matches left, right, and center all over the place today. I know we've got just a couple weeks left of the season. People are trying to jam it in.
Good ball.
Kyle throws that ball across, gets a little thin. When the dust settles, he's got the 3, 5, and 7 naked. So pop the 3, see if it hits the 5 over the 7. And perfectly
Nice.
done. I don't highlight 10 boxes,
good
but
out.
that's a great out. The 10 box has him at 39, trailing by 17 through completed boxes. And Justin just has a 10, so a mark here will definitely help close that gap. And still struggling. He's going to finish the half just 1 for 5 on the head pin. Takes out the 3 and 1 on the left. He's got the, well, actually on the 9 too. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. Piece of wood in front of the 8 that might help it stay in play.
Get on it.
And with the, wow. He went across. It's a good ball. Just didn't find a way to get to that 8 pin.
I hit it right where we needed to.
And on the stick for the 10, so it'll be a 49.5 as the bowlers get ready to switch side, and so will my score sheet. Kyle has 1 head pin. Unfortunately for him, it was a split. A spare, 2 10s, 3 pins left standing, so he's pinning well. As Justin steps up on lane 11 to finish his first string. It's only Thirsty Thursday in Australia. For the rest of us, it's Get Wasted Wednesday. Waters peels away the front arrow, leaves the triangle 5. Let's see if you can do something with this here. Just blow it up. And he's going to punch through, leaving the 8.
A little heavy, a little heavy.
Aren't we all a little heavy? All right, just the 8 pin. Justin fires away, and he'll pick it up. 76 through 6, which it is 16 pins above par, but that is behind his average pace. This so far in the ACST averaging over 127.
What is Kyle average right now?
Kyle's at 113.3. Justin's going to miss the head pin for the first time this match, leaving the 4-horse down the right side with no wood to help it. We'll see if he can pop this through. Drew Steele, how you doing, buddy? All right, Justin's first shot versus the Horseman.
Here it is.
As Charlie Collins likes to say, that's the shot that never goes, but Waters absolutely obliterates the pocket. A little bit of a skip lob and shoots down the line. So it's a spare, 86 plus a ball through 7. And he's going to be full. He's going to have his second split of the string. It'll be a 7 fill on the spare.
Interesting layout.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Right at
doing my
strike
best
on
to
the-
shoot. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, try to shoot between those 2 pins on the left.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
the pin stopped the ball.
It did. It did. It was a good shot. I think I
Yeah.
would have.
Yeah.
I would have tried to catch
The other one.
the right
Yeah.
side of it if I could. Let that. I think he went a little more left than he was wanting, but it's always fun to guess. Can he get through this setup?
Yep.
He does. Off the wall and off the pin. 103 with 2 to go. He'll need a mark for his average, but plus 23. And as you can see in the magic box, already Kyle has to throw a 55 half, not including what Justin does in these last 2 boxes.
Which I have seen Kyle do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kyle beat me up at
Yeah.
Sawyer's.
That's all.
That's
There it
got to
is.
trip it. There it is. His second strike of the match, getting the 5 pin to fall to the left. 113 plus a pair through 9. See if he can string a couple together here. I know he's probably remembering going 4 and 10 against Kyle, so looking for payback here. And that's going to
Here
carry
it
that
goes.
corner? Yeah.
At the
All
center.
right. Good break up there. So just the triangle 6 to clean up. See if he can continue to build on the fill here on the strike. Oh, off to the left. It'll be an 8 fill, 121, sitting at 129. A chance for 131 here. Hello, Mr. Milliken. And to clean up the sheet. No, it'll stay inside. 129. So we'll take a look at the numbers here. 2 strikes, 2 spares, 9 head pins, 2 splits, 4 10 boxes, and just 3 pins left standing on the sheet. So Kyle's got his work cut out for him here, trailing 80. So he'll need an 81 half to rally back and take the string and not find himself in a 2-point hole.
Yeah, at least try and grab a bunch of things this half and keep it closer.
Yep. And Kyle's going to start out the second half the same way he started out the first half, going through Drew Steele's chop zone. 3, 5, 8, 9 down. And that one pulls into the 4-7, so Kyle's got a little bit of work to do here. The 1, 2, 6, 10 left to clean up for 10 bucks. Ooh. Right on the nose, it'll be a 7 box. 56 through 6, trailing by 20, and up against 2 marks down these last 4 boxes. Kyle knows his, he needs as many points as he can get out of this. At 121 and 103, he's, over 500 now, but he's got a match, I believe, against Justin and then against Corey Packard. So a real brutal ending to the season. I should know. I have to bowl against Jeremy Seaholm and Corey Packard. It's the beauty of the ACST South.
Not much easier.
No, not at all.
At all.
All right. 1, 2, 4, and 10. Again, a second time, he's just going to take out the nose there. So the 2, 4, and 10. Yeah, Kyle and I are like those lucky guys that got invited to play with the big bowlers this year. And he's done. Oh, beautiful 10 box. That's 2 of them that he's had. Just really great pickups. Yeah, I mean, the ACST South is definitely strong this season.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
I look forward to bowling against Jeremy and Corey. I had Jeremy at spare time early in the season, and I lucked out against him there. So I'm counting on a great match against him here. Hopefully I can show up and bowl. Kyle on the head pin is going to have his second head pin and his second split here, looking at the 2, 4, and 10 without any help. And, oh, just a little left of where he wanted to do. Takes out the 4 pin, the 2 and the 10, but he's definitely struggling his way through this string. And
Another spectacular 10.
a hell of a try at it. Wraps that pin up around the 10 pin. It'll be a 9 box, 75 with just a pair to go. So, at this point in time, even if the string's not there, he still could get it. But
A couple of marks to finish.
yeah, he need a
Definitely
4-bagger. I love head pins, man. And this time he's on the left side, taking out the 258. So I don't know if Kyle is in his head a bit, but and then right on the head pin. So it's down to a 3-2 split. The right wing and then the 4-7. Take a pair of it. So struggling his way. 82 with a box to go. The bright lights getting to Kyle Heady. Every game is so important to him here. I should pull up the wild card standings and take a look and see where he's at. There we go. Hey, look at that. It's a head pin hit, and they're all together. Kyle with probably his first real decent spare leave here. And leaves that one outside. That's frustrating. So he's at 90. And he'll clean it up for a 10, wondering why he didn't hit the wood. So with 1 string down, Kyle's going to walk away a little frustrated. 129 to 92, finds himself in a 37-pin hole early on. Most importantly, Justin has a 2 points to 0 advantage. Oh, yeah, Drew, that's right. You were there. Were you there for that match? Or no? I can't remember if you were when I had the run at the end to come back against Jeremy. All right, let's move the scoreboard over to the other side and start off string 2 for Justin Waters on lane 12. Oh, he's mortal, folks. Look at that. Spread eagles, just like the rest of us. Looking at the wild card standings, Jeremy Seaholm and Corey Packard are kind of neck and neck for the lead of the first wild card spot. I'm hanging in there a bit behind them. Matt Nichols behind me. Wow. Justin runs 4 out of the 5, just a 3 and 6 to clean up. Kyle needs a little bit of love. He's 3 games behind from the cut line. So these points are huge for him, and he's running out of time. Justin will pick up the 2 sticks for a 10 box. I'm glad to have gotten over, or at least at. That's right. I'm glad to have gotten to 128 wins, so that's kind of a good feeling for me. And Waters 2 for 2 on the head pin, 2 for 2 with splits. This one here, 7 and 8. He's got a couple of pieces of wood slanted over to the right. I'd almost shoot at the second one to the right, hoping that you can kick that first one a little more.
Yep, absolutely.
He may even shoot all the way over to the right. Nope, he went right at the first one. Yep. Oh, all right, Jacob. Hey, no problem. And thanks for coming into the league. I know you came in on an injury. So one of the bowlers last year had decided that a stat to track would be perfect box percentage. So that's what the peanut butter percentage is. It is the percentage of your boxes, the boxes 1 through 10. So if you throw an extra mark in the 11th or 12th, we don't count those. The percentage of your boxes that are at least a 10. Yeah, I definitely was in Split City the other day, but again, half the time you hit the head pin, it's going to be a split, so it's part of the game to me. I don't get crybaby over it. He's on the head pin 3 times in a row, this time leaving the check mark on the left. So the 2, 4, 5, and 7. Piece of wood over to the right, that's a non-factor. He's going to go right at this. And tears it down. First mark of the string, his 3rd spare in the match. Oh, it's all good, Greg. I've got the world's thickest skin. It's got a lot of fat behind it too, so I'm mark safe from your insults all day long. Alrighty, Waters looking to fill here. 30 plus a ball. Four for 4 on the head pin. 3 for 4 on splits. That's a nice little baby split. You see this one a lot in 10 pin. 2, 7, 8. No wood to help him. It's a hard shot.
Very hard shot. Yep.
Trick question, Jacob. Does it mean that they pin better? It could mean that they throw a lot of strikes or spares. And Justin's going to pluck out the 3 pin. So to keep his perfect string alive, he's got a challenge here. See if he can send one of these off the wall. We do track pinning, right? So pinning is covered through pins left standing. So we don't put that in the stat screens, but if you look at the end of Justin's 5th box, I'll hover the stats and you'll see at the bottom of the score sheets left. And that's how many pins have been left up through all of their boxes. So if you throw a 7 box, that's 3 pins left standing. We also started tracking the average score of a bowler's box when they throw 3 balls. So we're trying to find good ways to quantify, bowler accuracy, lane difficulty, that kind of stuff. Waters hasn't missed the head pin on lane 12. He's left the Starlight 5 off to the right-hand side. It's all fun, Jacob. We're trying to find ways to bring some more stats into the game, make it more engaging for bowlers rather than, go here, bowl this person, go there, bowl that person. Waters is going to take the wing out and leave the 5-9.
Justin definitely has left the door open a little bit for Kyle on this one.
I'm telling you right now, if I'm bowling against Justin and I'm looking at a 50-something start, I'm excited.
You're excited, yeah.
But he cleans it up for a 10, so nothing wrong with that. 5 for 5 on the head pin, 3 splits. Justin shaking his head a bit as he comes off the lane. My match against Corey will be bowling against me at spare time. I don't know. I think he comes to bowl against Kyle Heady at Sawyer's. I haven't set my match with Corey yet. I think it's going to be either the 24th or the 28th, whichever night I can, tell the wife to get angry at me for skipping out on dinner. Kyle, is it going to tip it? It's rocking. And it's not going to go. Solid pocket hit, everything but the 10 pin. It's got a piece of wood behind it, so he's going to need to hit his target here. And just off his mark.
Just off.
Other spare time matches are happening. I know Steve Carden, who's on the headsets here with me, he's got a match this Saturday at spare time. That's not exactly Corey Packard. Kyle's going to
not quite.
Kyle's going to miss that pin on both sides. He'll take a 9 bucks. Steve, if you feel like bowling, we do have a Beat the House tournament at Spare Time. It'll be on April 26th at 10 in the morning. Quick little 3-string tournament to throw a bunch of money around. Steve Carden beat me a couple of months ago on it.
I had a lucky day.
It was a good day. Kyle finds the head pin 2 for 2, gets his first split. He's got the backwards triangle with the 4-5-8 and then the 10 pin. And this piece of wood is certainly going to tease you. I think he's waiting on bowling balls. Alrighty, they're coming.
They're coming.
They both throw similar sets of bowling balls. Just notice that now. All right, I would want to ride this wood out to the right, and he does.
That was a great try.
Yeah, just couldn't get the sweep on that 4-pin. Hey, Jacob, win's a win. So what that means, Greg, because the bowlers bowl at different paces, right? Justin throws 5 boxes, then Kyle throws 5 boxes. What the comp tells you is what the difference in their score is through boxes they've both completed. So in this case, they both completed their second boxes. Justin was at 20, Kyle's at 18. Justin has a 2-pin lead through even boxes. Hey, Mr. Pine. Yeah, I absolutely love the perfect box percentage. That's Patrick Kellogg, who moved and isn't bowling in the ACST this season. Kyle on the outside. That's the way I love to shoot at that, but jeez, blows up the 1, the 2, and the 6. But unfortunately, no love getting to the 4, 8, and 10. The lane's playing a bit tight today. Shooting for 2, taking 1. Still looking for a perfect box. Speaking of which, Kyle has 3 opens through 3 boxes, 26 through 3. And if he can put together a mark or 2 here, he'll feel much better about life. I'm okay with peanut butter percentages. That's how many times you threw a piece of bread that was peanut butter and it landed face down. Kyle's going to let that ball go out to the ocean, take out the triangle 6. So most of the rack there left to shoot at. Ride that 5.
There we go.
All right, he makes up for it there. Blowing it up and picking up the spare after the hot first ball. One thing we do, Jacob, too, is in the stats that I put up, if you look at the leader categories, I think it actually says, in that percentage, it says perfect box percentage. So we do sneak it in somewhere. Kyle, once again, his second 9-drop of the string. This one shakes away all the walls. And now just needing the 5-pin. Kendrick, hey buddy, how you doing, man?
There you go.
2 for 2. Kyle getting a
Just what Kyle
very
needed.
needed run here. I was going to say, closing out the second half with a pair of spares, getting himself a 1-ball advantage over Justin. And, anytime you can have a lead over Waters, you got to feel good about it. Waters getting up and ready to fire away on lane 11. We'll switch the scoreboard to the other side so you can watch his left arm. Who you bowling for tonight, Kendrick? Waters. 6 for 6 on the pocket.
Here we go.
And wow. If you're not going to get a strike, you can't ask for much more than this. A pin on the lip in front of the 5-pin, pretty much dead centered. You aim for the stripe. A little bit of a skip, but he gets it either way. Second spare of the match, 65 plus a ball. Depends on what you call undefeated, right? If you consider undefeated someone who's had more points every week of the season, I believe Justin had done that last year, or most of it at least. He might have had one match that he lost last year. I can't remember. He'll know. And back on target, his turn for everything but the kingpin. A 9-drop makes it 74 through 6 and a naked single pin. Don't overthink it. Just throw the ball nice and easy down the middle. Right? He's got it.
All over it.
84 plus a ball. We'll watch that one. Justin's got that advantage of being tall, lanky, and flexible. You see his arm come all the way back there. I'm jealous. I think my arm gets about 3/4 of the way there, and I start to feel everything hurt. Alrighty, on the fill. Looks good.
Ooh, heavy.
Looks too good. It'll be a 4 fill with a spread eagle, 88 through 7. That's a good team to roll with, Kendrick. I won't take it personal. Justin looking at the eagle. That one's stuck. Heard him. I actually think I heard him say, "Oh no," at the line. So no one has gone 252 and 0. I'm pretty sure of that. It's, you know, we're too closely matched for that to happen. Oh. Wow, a very uncharacteristic box for water with just a 6, picking off the 7 and then the 10. 94 through 8. I think Justin has had the best record in the ACST, though this year we're bringing in the E and the F. You know, the gap between the bowlers is a little stronger, so the records might slant a little more. Oh, right back at it. On the Brooklyn side.
That's how you answer 6 bucks.
Exactly. On the Brooklyn side, a good mix. Mr. Prouse, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping by. It's always good getting the other bowlers in here hanging out. All right, Waters on the strike. Looking for 2. And is it going to take the 3? No, and it's going to line up flat.
Well,
So,
should be an interesting shot.
yep, you want to hit this obviously on the left. See if you can't get that to spin around. Oh, sorry, on the right. My other left. He's going for it.
Here we go.
And look at that,
Great shot.
folks. Why doesn't it go like that when I hit it? 124 with a ball. Justin needs a 4 to beat his ACST average, a 5 to tie his last string, and a strike to make Heady cry. And he pulls that one across. It'll be 8. So he follows up the 129 with a
Good half.
132.
Very good half.
Way to come back, Justin. So Kyle, after taking a seat and feeling good about it, finds themselves up against 4 marks, including a 20 box. We'll see if he can just put his nose down, grind his way to the finish here, needing a 78, well, not a 78 and a half, but 78 left, including the spare that he's filling right now. And
Give him a break. Give him a break.
all right. I mean, oof, it's a naked split now. It'll be a 6 fill, so he'll close out his first half at 61. And that'll shrink the margin to just needing a 70. Looks like he wanted to shoot the 2-7 gap there. I think that's the right ball, too. Let's see if he can Paul Grant his way to a 10 bucks.
Good out. Very good out.
You know, if those are the only 3 pins standing, you'd be pretty excited picking up a 2-7-10.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let that 5 annoy you. All right, he finds himself at 70 through 6. 63 to take the string in his last 4. So he'll need to go on a tear. Ball, a little bit of lift, stuck to him, went
A
out
few more here.
to the right,
Okay.
and from a triangle to starlight removal. So 4 horse down the left and an 8 pin. And that one's going to hold on.
Just off.
Yep, misses his target there. May take a second to see if I can't rotate that microphone. Right on it for a 10 bucks. Kyle with 3 to go, and a bit of trouble here, needing 53 to take the string. And it's, yeah, a bit of a wall he's up against.
Yeah. Have to mark out.
chop that one through the 2, leaving the lambda down the right, and then the 4 and 7.
Even the back is very good. So
Yeah, I'm going to move that the other way around. Be right back.
yep. Like I said,
All right, now you can hear the things a little differently as Kyle is going to have a tough way to a 7 box. So just 87 with a pair to go. Hear the hum of the ball return. Sorry. I'll see if I can't pull that back just a little bit. Oh. Just off the head pin. I like to call this the washout. I don't know why. If you look at the pins from an angle, he took out a row. He took out the 3, the 5, and the 8, and this is a tough recovery. He's going to shoot the gap.
Now it gets tougher.
Take out the 9 pin, and I don't necessarily think of this as an opportunity gone away, but I know he knows he's got to be a little stronger and get himself back into the game differently here in the rest of his. Solid 8 out of that. 95 with a box to go. So the good news is he'll be ahead of his last string. See if I can't. He'll be off the head pin, yep. And unfortunately, not able to capitalize on that one as he blows through the head pin there.
I'll be right there, Sammy.
Everything but the 3 pin. I think he's got his boys are here with him tonight. Looking for the single pin. And he'll let that one go away. It'll be a 9 box and a 104. So Kyle a little off where he'd like to be. It's going to be a little frustrating. Finds himself in the hole. 65 pins, but more importantly, down 0 points to 4 as Justin comes up here in the 3rd string. Watching the kids bowl down the end. Move the score sheet to the other side. Waters in the driver's seat, up 65 pins through 2 strings.
Yeah. It's getting tougher every string for Kyle.
Yep. You know, honestly, he's going to want as many points as he can get to stay in things.
Yeah, try and grab a few strings.
Yep. And Waters is not interested in making it easy on him. Out of the gates with his 4th strike of the match. Yep. 4 strikes to go along with 6 spares. 20 out of 21 on the head pin. That might be my jinx.
There you go.
Alrighty, Wentworth, go have a good time over there at the heavy hitters. Waters off target for the first time in a long while. He was 10 for 10 in the 2nd string. He's got the 1, the 7, the 9, and the 10. Piece of wood behind the 1 to make this fun.
Missed the head pin.
Unless you don't touch the head pin, but that's certainly unexpected with him. All right, there'll just be 6 on the spare, 16 in his first box. Kyle watching his son bowl over on lane 22. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
That's the threshold.
Move that a little bit.
I know that pin slides into the 7 and 7 wobbles, but it won't go, which is surprising here at Millis. You know, the pins are certainly a little long in the tooth sometimes. You just lost your 8 pin, Justin.
Justin.
8 pin dropped out.
Thank you.
Yep. I don't know if you saw it on the camera. Almost on cue. We're talking about the pins and how they tend to fall on their own.
And there it goes.
And it's tough. You know, they could put all brand new pins in here and everybody would hate it the other way around because they don't fall.
Well, it does seem to be that it's been a little bit tough for the past few weeks here. From some of the scores I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, that's the nature of nature. Well, you got the 8-pin back. It was there. Yeah, that wasn't a 1-5.
Okay, cool.
Justin Waters hoping to get a chance to have a new shot on that one there. Punching out the 1, the 5, and the 8. So an eagle with the 9-pin. Shoot the 3 into the 4. Look at this.
Here
Look
we
at
go,
this.
Here we go. Here it goes. One more.
I thought the 10 was going to
Yeah.
fall and the 9
Excellent,
would be the one to
excellent
fight,
shot.
but worked out the other way around. That was the story of my match against Timmy. I'd have a crazy second ball after the dust settled. 1 pin would be standing. And there it goes. The wood tried to dig him off the wall, but managed to get enough of that 10 pin to make it fall into the pit. It'll be a $10, 34 through 3. All right, Waters on box 4. Keeping his streak of headpins alive here, hopefully. Nope, I can jinx him twice. in this
Again,
round.
you did it.
The lambda down the left side and the 10. So
All right.
1, 2, 4, 8, 10. Good piece of wood to help him out there in front of the 10. So this is where you throw the ball kind of heavy at the pocket so the headpin stays low. You don't want to get there. Or outside. Let it bounce around. There you go.
Saw that shot going for sure.
Yep, that's exactly how you want to hit it. Again, you want to hit it high and heavy so that you don't have that 1 pin get to the wall. Beautiful ball. Gets the spare. Is 7th of the match. See how he fills it here in the 5th box. Oh,
Other side.
same thing, different side, right?
Yep.
1, 5, 9 punched out. So again, the mindset on this is you shoot the fewer into the more. So shoot the 3 pins on the right into the 4 and see if it mixes away. A little solid on the nose. Takes out just the 3 pin. So now you aim at the cluster. Get as many as you can out of here. Oh, he's going to sneak by it, shave out the back pin. There'll be a little shaking his head there as he closes it out with just a 52.5. And Zach, you asked just in time to see that your teammate's getting beat up a little bit here. Waters takes the 5 box at 52.5 and for the second time in 2 strings. Kyle gets a chance and a look at possibly getting out of the first half in the lead. All right, Kyle firing away. Is that going to push?
There we go.
Is it gonna
Take it
come-
out.
Oh,
Hit it.
catch it in time. Oh, it got it when it was leaning the wrong way.
It straightened it right out.
Oh, that's tough. That was good, but tough. It'll be a head pin hit, everything but the 3 pin. Oof. Second string in a row, he opens up with a 9 drop. And
Yeah.
he's must have watched me against Timmy. Doesn't want to take the easy ones home. This time making up for it
Solid
with the
10.
10 bucks. Paul Grant here. Ryan Family Amusements in Millis, Massachusetts. Kyle Heady with a Paul Grant special. All right. Kyle's shooting in box 2. He's going to stay out to the right. Leaves the 4 horse down the left-hand side. The 8 pin sleeping behind it. With his ball, pretty straight and solid. Get right into the 1-2 pocket, and
Should be ready to
hopefully,
run this
yeah.
down.
Yeah, hopefully this stays in there and doesn't leave the 7. Oh, that was way out right. And now you start to wonder what the hell you're doing. You get up there, you're like, I know I want to throw a good ball. I know I think I'm going to throw a good ball. Why don't I do it? And there it is. Oh,
Good out.
just off the head pin. It'll be a 9 box. And gets the official invitation to join the missing head pins, which is my Wednesday night league team name.
I'm in that club.
I'm in that club way too many times.
It's the head pin club.
Yeah. 19 through 2 for Kyle as he fires away in the 3rd.
There you go, Kyle.
Find it, shake
Give
it.
one.
All right, there we go. So he's got the 4-pin, piece of wood in front of it. You stay to the left side of the strike. I don't think you can get to the right side of the strike.
He's all over
And there it is, a much needed mark. Waters cheering him on here, hoping he can strike it all the way out. All right, looking to fill the spare here in the fourth. That's the way.
Oh boy.
That's the way to question everything you know about physics, logic, and candlepin.
Yeah, solid.
Comes across.
solid hit.
Comes across, gets a good Brooklyn hit, and finds himself looking at a naked 8-9. Does a good job to get one stick. Let's see if he can get the other. That's a heartbreaker.
Oh yeah.
Really, really is. Momentum's going. Throw a good ball. You get a good drop. Just realistically, a shot with no shot at it.
Right. Pretty much.
All right. The good news is that's got them tied through 4. Justin had a very uncharacteristic 5-box there in the 5th, so candlepin physics will make you an angry person. Wow. Kyle's 4th head pin of the half, his 2nd split. This one a really unusual one. The 3-6-9 on the right, the 4-pin on the left. It's kind of hard because the way you need to hit the 3-pin to get to the 4-pin. It's not conducive to getting the 9-pin. It's a brutal
If
thing.
you want to hit it left to kick it off the wall, but that's not going to get
just,
you there.
just try to blow up the half Worcester out of it and see what happens. I agree. And it'll be an 8-box as both bowlers are
Takes the
struggling
lead at the half.
at the midway point. That said, Kyle for the second time is kind of, well, he didn't know originally that he was at 55. Actually 55 plus a ball in the first half. He's at 55 here. Has a 3-pin edge over Waters. I'll move the scoreboard to the other side. Hopefully Zach Corbett's paying attention and not driving at the moment, and you can see where the score is finished out. Packer was nice enough to drop him in the chat. But here goes Waters, firing away in the second half of the match. That was going to stay out. I didn't jinx him this time.
No,
That
you
wasn't
did
my
not.
fault. A good pop on the 3-pin. Everything but the 1-8. And let's see where that wood settles. That's I love shooting at these. I don't know why.
Nice
There
shot.
it is. Yep. It'll be a spare to start out the second half. I have a love-hate with Kendall and Jacob. I bowled it a lot as a teenager, and I was half good. You know, I wasn't great at it. I know Dan Esdale, who isn't in the ACST this season, he was last year. He was an excellent 10-pin bowler. Probably still is. Waters. Ball seems to be a little more dead on this string than it has been, obviously. Twice on the spares. First one was a 3-pin variant. This one, the True Eagle. I don't understand how anybody who's bowling can't be a good sport. There's no defense in candlepin. I can't get up there and slide tackle you when you throw it.
Right.
So you throw the best string you possibly can, and I'll try to chase you down. And I'll root for you the whole time. Puts me in a good mood. And Waters.
That's good.
We'll take a 9-box. 75 through 7. So, you know, he has had 3 spares. He's had a really tough time. Trying to, you know, luck out on the fills here, which is just not like him. There's a
All
good
over
ball.
again.
Heavy on the head pin. No tap on the 6. Single naked pin for the spare. But you don't have 130 average, not picking these up all day long. That one I might take the jinx for.
Characteristic,
All right. Waters with his second shot. Saw that one curve right back in. It's a 10-box.
And it is a 10 ball.
85 with it. 2 to go. Yeah, I mean, I think that back in the day there were more 130 averages and the occasional 140, and I think the reasons for that are twofold. I think the houses were younger and in better shape, and there were more houses in, so they were trying to compete and make them a little more friendly. The bowling balls back then, as Waters
There we go.
gets the trip there to avoid his 3rd split in a row. Nothing but the 6 and the 10 to clean up. The bowling balls were made of better materials that didn't quite chip and flake, hit a little harder. And quite simply, there were more bowlers. You know, if you have 10 times as many bowlers, you're going to have... Oh,
Solid.
Justin takes out the 6. So Kyle, sitting in the wings, is finding himself in a really good spot to at least steal 1 here. Picks up the stick, 95 through 9. I don't know why people feel the need to abuse ball returns, and it's actually one of the most genuinely frustrating things when people start doing that, because it messes with all sorts of mechanics in the lane. Waters back on the head pin. It's not a split. It is a triangle 3 to pick up for a late spare here in the 3rd string. And there are rules that you're not supposed to abuse the equipment and so on and so forth, but for some reason. Oof.
Just off a little bit in this string.
I'll chip out the 5. Justin's aim is just a sliver off here through this string. But still, that 8 will leave him with a 103. You'll see him shaking his head as he comes off the lane.
Go get it, bud.
Alrighty, so after a pretty rough second half there for Waters and a pretty tight string, 3 spares, 3 marks, 103, which is almost unheard of, but just bad timing of splits. Yeah, and both of them were eagle variants. So it's tough. Not much you can do. But if you let things get in your head in this game, you shouldn't even bother. You know, you throw a really good ball and just wonder, you know, how it went wrong. Kyle off the head pin. No worse for the wear with the 1, the 2, and the...
Whoa.
Well, the 1, the 2, and still the
that
10.
was-
He ran that ball pretty much right
He
where
hit
you
that
wanted
very
to.
well,
A
yeah.
little thin, but the wall just was not his friend there as he takes the 10 box. 65, trailing by a pin in the string, but he can pin his way out and take the string without a mark. Well, he generally can throw a 130 almost every string, Greg. The good news is I've seen him throw the 160s on the other side of those 1-0s. Just unreal to watch him throw sometimes. In that one, Justin, you were 7 out of 10. So far, 26 out of 30. 26 out of 30. Both Steve Carden and I are like, I think if we combine, we might get 26 out of 30. Scotch head pins as Kyle pulls that one a little to the left here. Yeah, how did Nate Lees abuse you, Greg? You're half a world away. Kyle picks up the single stick there. 74 with 3 to go. So again, the opportunity is there, but it gets tighter to do it without a mark. This is where pinning and breaks are so important. You know, and that's, if you look at the ACST, and if you look at the A versus the B versus C versus the D, there you go. Nice solid head pin hit. When you look at the stats, like the average pins left standing per match, that's really where you kind of, averages are one thing, but the pins left standing are another big difference. There he goes.
Kyle.
In the driver's seat for the string now, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's up to him, I guess, but I appreciate anybody who sits there and is willing to watch my bowling. It's probably worse for you guys than it is for me. Kyle on the fill is going to be off
a
the
good drop.
mark. But, you know, obviously with Waters having tough times on the split fills there, sometimes maybe not hitting the head pin is the right way to go about filling a spare. The 1, the 2, the 7, a piece of wood there, and he's going to want that. Oh! Missed his mark, came off the wall with some anger, but couldn't find its way back to the head pin. But that has him at 100 and 101, possibly. There it is. So, leading 2 to tie and 3 to win. So, Tyler, the next season will start in the fall. I would reach out to Danny Finn on Facebook. He is the commissioner of the ACST. Tell him you're interested, and he can help you either get signed up and ready to go as Kyle comes across another Brooklyn and gets a bit of a split out of here. He's got the triangle 5 and the 7 pins, so aim between the 5 and the 9 and see if it kicks across. And he's going to pluck out the 8 pin. We take bowlers of all skill levels. You know, whatever your average is, we'll drop you in line and sort you accordingly. And generally, you end up bowling against people that are, you know, 5 pins above or below your average. Kyle will finish with a 9 box, getting better with every string. And this one is good enough to get him 2 points. He takes a 110 to 103 victory, pumps his hands off the stream. Little smile, Justin knows. All right, I'm going to come back at you. Yeah, what can you say? It's down to 58 pins for the match. I'll get the score disputes out of the way here, and Waters will start firing away in string 4. There's nothing wrong with a 98 average at all. I haven't bowled at Diamond Junction. We had, who was it? Brian Surprise was bowling out of there last year. Matt Nichols, when he gets mad at bowling, he just breaks pencils. Justin with a 3-2 split to the right. And he's going to catch that wood in the middle and reposition it in front of the 3 pins. Candlepin is always considered a game of spares. Strikes may happen, but it's really about picking up the spares. As Justin will blister his way through the wood, take 2 out of the 3, open up with an 8 box. I guess when you're 136 and 32, you don't have to sweat about the points as much as we do, huh?
No.
Us normal people. Oh, he most certainly did. Justin's going to be off the head pin, I think only the 5th time this match. And gets a 7 to fall. So he's got the 1 and the 9, no wood, but again, I love these, go right at the head pin. Yeah, I was sitting there bowling and I heard Matt snap the pencil. I can't remember if it was because I picked up a spare. Oh, beautiful ball. Nice and clean. Let's watch the replay of that one. Yeah. Did you bread any pencils? He breaded them. He's inbreaded pencils. Mr. Gill, how are you, buddy? Almost on command. Justin's filling a spare, so it's a split. This one a little better result. It's actually the fills of his last 2 spares combined with 7, shooting at the 3, the 4, and the 6. Ooh.
Just off.
All right. This is fun. Split City is fun.
He has had a lot of splits, to be fair. But, you know, like we've talked about, on average, half of your head pins are going to be splits. And Waters is right out there as he picks away a stick for a 9 box, 34 through 3. He has 28 head pin hits through 33 boxes, but he's had 13 splits out of the 28.
Wow.
So despite a lot of splits lately, he's pretty much right on par. Kyle, on the other hand, with just 14 head pin hits, has 8 splits, a little on the other side of the coin. And will we get a Bronx cheer from him that it's not a split? Triangle 4. piece of wood off to the right. That's a non-factor. Just go right at it. That's cool, Jacob. I started bowling when I was way too young. Bowled until my early 20s when I had kids. Took about 15, 20 years off. Oof. Then took another break and then came back at the end of COVID. And yeah, every time I come back, I'm like 30 pounds heavier. Trying to remember how to bowl. Yes, Tyler, that's generally how it happens. You know, for bowlers that have carried a nice way to carry through the wood for the 10 box, 44 through 4 for Justin. You know, if you have made it, I think they said if you made the playoffs, you can't move down a division, or if you win the championship,
Correct.
you can't move down a
Maybe
division.
move down, right?
Yeah. You know, and there's sometimes you get bowler attitudes. They're like, oh, I'm not going to bowl unless I'm going to be whatever. For most people, just shut up and bowl. Come in here, have a good old time. You know, like I said, it's something really fun about bowling against people that are plus or minus 5 on you. No, you do want to bowl against Justin. You want to bowl against the best bowlers you can. You know, the only way you're going to get better is bowling against people that push you. Wow!
Look at that.
Jesus, he just sliced that pin over there in between
Sorry, I'll
the
make
3 and the 6.
splits in the next half. It's fine.
30 head pins, 14 splits, so he's catching up to the 50% mark. And it'll be a 10 box, 54 at the half. Well, the way that it works, Nico, is it's top 16 in Class A. North and South are different, right? Because, yep. 30 and 14 so far. 30 head pins, 14 splits. So you're catching up on pace, but about normal. Yep. All right. I agree. It's always good seeing people at any skill level in the ACST, and I think one of the best things about the ACST really is it's usually good matches, no matter, you know, if they're a 120 bowler or a 90 bowler. Kyle, after the half Worcester, gets a good second ball, and oh, I should probably get the scores out of the way. Too busy talking and answering Justin's question. See if Kyle can pick up the 6 and the 10 here. Mr. Nichols starting the drama. All right, Kyle out of the gates with the 10 box, has a whole 2-pin lead over Justin early on in the 4th string here. And a little short of the head pin there. Better than his first one, punching through the half Worcester, leaving the 1, 2, 4, and 9. Now it's fun doing it all, Nico. Really, really is. It's fun to be able to do this live time. Watch the chat, respond. And Kyle's going to stay outside to the right. So still the 3 pinners to run down here. Jacob, it's fun. I like to stream my matches. I don't get to do it live time. So I'll record them. I'll rebroadcast them after. And as Kyle runs down his 2 for 2 on 10 boxes, 20 through 2. My mom moved down to Florida. You know, it's the law. She's old. They go. So she likes to watch the matches, you know, either when I stream them or on YouTube afterwards. Sometimes I do. And Kyle is going to be on the head pin. Gets himself an ugly split here, the 4, the 6, and the 10. I'm going to the right end of that front stick. See if I can push that pin into the 4 and see if my ball carries into the 6 and the 10. Unfortunately, he got it right on the stripe and sent it straight back through. Steve Reno, Dave Rando, a few other bowlers starting to show up and watch the match. James Humes warming up on lane 21. And Kyle's just going to chip a tooth there, taking 8 bucks. 28 through 3. In need of a mark. That's one of the reasons I've been streaming in general, Jacob. You know, the more visibility we get to the sport, the better it is. And it's another 9-drop for Kyle.
Probably 10 pin.
Lonely 10-pin, bowler side corner. You know, how do you shoot at this pin? Do you change your spin? Do you try to throw it flat? He's got it.
I generally throw it in the gutter.
Carden's got a very unorthodox
Relieve all
approach.
doubt.
Alrighty, with the spare in the fourth, Kyle sitting at 38 plus. Is it going to nudge an extra? Yep. Took an extra stick. The 5 fill will have him trailing by just 1 pin here. He's got the 1, 3, 9, and then the 4 and 7. And just off his target. Everything but the head pin. Yeah, Nico, I try to do a lot to help other streamers come along. You know, if they have any questions or anything that I can do to help them, I certainly try. Kyle will finish with a 10 box. 53 for the half, up against Justin with 54. So only trailing by a pin, but as we all know, Waters is capable of stringing it together. I'm going to leave this scoreboard up until the last possible second just to drive Nico nuts. There we go. Waters on lane 11. He's going to leave the Starlight 5 on the left-hand side. It depends on what you consider the coolest approach. I think, it depends on what you consider an annoying approach. I know there's a league bowler I bowl with who, after he throws, you never know which way he's going to hop and jump and bounce and everything like that. Justin just off his target. Takes out the 5-8, leaves the left-hand wing. Yeah, there's a lot of people that beat up the equipment. Oh, look at that little thin kick off the wall. It's a 10 box, 64 through 6. I am most annoying in every way possible. And that's my job, Mr. Nichols. You know that. That's why you love me. All right, 64 with 4 to go. And that's a good ball coming across. Wow. Oh, yep. It's a split, just to keep him happy. Triangle 3 with the 7-pin far over there by itself. That's a good call, Matt. He's got that weird, like, almost like he's snapping a Z with the bowling ball in his hand. Ooh. I think Justin wanted to be on the right side of the triangle. Got on the left side and almost got that to happen off the wall. 3 out of 4. Looking to pick up the 7-pin, so the cross corner. And that'll stay outside for a 9 box. 73 through 7. Mark Gallagher looks like he's going to bowl at the ball return next to him. Yeah, he definitely stands sideways like a pitcher. That and the flowing beard. Mark Gallagher is a good one. Steve Carden, who has abandoned the headset, he's got this, he absolutely spikes the ball on the line. Waters off the head pin for the second time this string. Leaves the he leaves the 4 horse down the right side of the line pin. We all hate ourselves, Mr. Nichols. And there you go. They've been few and far between, but right in the pocket. I miss Rosario Lachiara. I knew him when I was a kid, and he was a pro. He was, yeah, he was a great temper, great bowler. As big of a personality as it seemed. Wow. So there's an offset star. An offset Starlight 5. So the diamond 3 and the 8 pin sleeping on the left. I've done this once or twice here and there. And every time you throw something like this, you just wonder what the hell you've done. Ooh! Great ball at it. Takes out the check mark. This is like if you had it normally, leaving the 5 pin. It happens. It's frustrating. And hooking back in there for a 9 box. Just a 90s. I'm off by a pin on the score sheet. Oh no, how about not a 9 box? He hit it. Moron. 98 with a box to go. I think it's mostly the unique approach because you have those like baby doll size hands. Waters in the 10th. Everything but the 5 pin. Most importantly, that's the first time in a while he's had a couple of head pin hits in a row without a split. I don't think he's done that. So he at the end of the 3rd string was like that for him too. Single stick. Away it goes. 2 spares in the last 3 boxes. So made the string a little less painful for Justin. Not going to hit his average, but 108 plus a ball. All right, looking for a fill. That's not a split.
That just sums up how this game
He sounds just like me sometimes. He has a fill that's a split, but it's a good drop at
I
least.
believe that's 9 for 10 or 9 for 11 on the head pin with 6, 7.
But I don't give you credit for the 11th box head pinner splits anymore. I moved on from that stuff last year. So on my books, 8 for 10, 4 splits. So 50-50. All right, Kyle Waters stepping up in his second half here, trailing 63 in the string. Well, 62. 63 will give him the win. It's his turn for a real Starlight 5 on the left-hand side. All the salt and chat. Kyle looking to blow it up. Similar result as what Justin did. Just couldn't get that back pin to go. He's looking at the 8 pin. Don't like the wood in front of it, but he gets low enough, takes it down. It'll be a 10 box. 63, so trailing by a pin through completed boxes, but needing 53 in the last 4 to take the string. Justin Waters so far through 4 strings, 34 out of 40 on the head pin. Oh, 15 splits. Kyle, he hit the head pin enough to wiggle it, and unfortunately, instead of just saying as a chop and a decent spare leave, finds himself with a 3-1 split and pulls it a bit to the left. Got the 2-10 to clean up for a 10. Running out of window space here. And that one's going to come over to the left. So it's just an 8 box, trailing by 2 through completed boxes, down to needing 45 in his last 3. Rick Santucci does still bowl, Steve. He doesn't bowl in the ACST. All right, Kyle needing to get hot here at the end to take this string. Oh, brutal. Oh, I thought, well, I mean, what was the 5-7-10 is an ugly 7-10, but I mean, I'd get left of the stripe, see if you can't get that to turn to help push that wood, because if you get the right side of it, yeah, I didn't think it was going to carry enough for it. It's always interesting trying to think about what you want to do, and then of course, you know, trying to put the ball exactly there is the other side of it, and that one will stay outside for a 9 box. So we're at 80 through 8. Kyle's struggling to find a mark here. 5 head pins, 3 splits. Needs 36 in these last two, so a couple of heavy marks. And Jesus. Brooklyn side has been brutal for Kyle. Ran a little thin. He's got the triangle 6, the 7 post all the way over on the other side. He's got a piece of wood in front where if you can shoot at the 10 pin, which looks like he's going for it, couldn't get it to wrap it. So see if you can drill the wood, somehow get something to fly into the 9 here. And there it'll be. A 9 box. So it's not over. Needs 27 here, so a double and a 7. Matt Nichols. Aw, nice guy. Oh, and there it goes. Waters will take string 4. Kyle will fall down to 6 and 2 in the match. And I think that might be a pretty strong nail in his coffin for the wild card. I don't know if I still have the image around here. So picks off 1 stick there, then a couple more for a 7 box. So he'll be at 96 for the string. Waters takes it. Stretches the match lead to 77.
1 more to go.
Yep. Took the first string 129 to 92, the second string 132 to 104. He lost the third string 103 to 110, and then a 115 to 96 victory there in the fourth. And I'll move my scoreboard. I don't have to move my scoreboard. I was lazy. I didn't move it over. We'll just get my stats out of the way. No worries, Jacob. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for chatting. It's always good when people hang out and keep us company. Mr. Steve, you want to get on the headset and yap? Now he's running away. It's always disappointing when the Hall of Famer runs. Waters takes out the half Worcester on the right to the bottom. Yeah, I'd like to see Kyle get his fourth. Waters gives a great run. That's the way you got to shoot at the remains of the half Worcester. You got to shoot the gap and see if you can get things to mix around and take it down. Everything but the 7 pin. And right on it for a 10 box. As Waters leads his way. Hey, Charlie. How you doing, buddy? I'm all bummed I didn't get to bowl against you this year. I was all excited for it. Then you went and cut your hand open. That was Steve Reno. He's over here putting out the envelopes for our league. Box 2 for Waters. Again, Brooklyn side shaves it out. Is he going to get a nudge on the 9? No. 5 and the 9 for the 2-pin spare. More and more of the bowlers showing up for the Wednesday night league. Waters looking for the spare here. And on it. 20 plus a ball through 2. Dude. I'm so disappointed. After the summer bowl, and you know, near you all summer long, I was looking forward to a match with you. But I'm glad your hand's getting back and you're able to bowl again. All right, Waters on the fill. Everything.
Good luck to anybody bowling these 2 ways tonight.
Everything but the triangle 5. So a 7 fill. It's not a split. Charlie is never afraid to bowl against me. We have a good time every time we're bowling near each other. See how Waters does against the triangle here. Absolutely. 2 in a row. Looking to make it 12 and 2. I got to bowl with Steve over the summer in a tournament. Made him a happy man, as best as I could that day. It's always great when a Hall of Fame bowler asks you to bowl in a tournament with them. You say yes. Waters on his second fill. Come on. Beautiful ball. Oh, not over yet. All right. probably one of the, I still say you come back down to the south. The better guys are down here. Waters with a great pocket shot, just unable to get that 4-pin to go. But there it is. 3 in a row for Justin. 56 plus a ball through 4. Heating up here in the last string. Three for 4 on the head pin. There it is. Stay on. Nope. No.
All right.
Gets a split. 1 out of 4. I'll take that. I'll take that all day. 63 through 4. He's got the 6, 7, 10 without any help out there. I think he was trying to pop the 6 to get the 10 to go off the wall, but instead it chops straight through. Pick a stick. Again, you just can't let splits get to you. They happen half the time. You hit that.
No good.
I mean, it's bowler's call. It was fun to watch. Nice half. All right, Kyle comes up looking at a 71-pin hole. He's only down 149 in the match at the moment. We'll see if he can at least throw a good string and make a decent series out of this for himself. What's that? Yep. Only one split, though. I'll take that. Kyle's going to leave the Caleri left, the 4-horse down the left-hand side, the 9-pin hanging out behind. I like the piece of wood that's in front of the 9-pin. So hit it heavy. Hope you carry the corner. Oh, come on. Ugh. That head pin just yeeted out of town. It's tough. You know, your ball comes in about 1/8 of an inch above the pins. So usually when you are hitting the pins, you're coming down, so the pins will tend to go up. You kind of want them to stay low so we catch that wood. That's a good compliment. I'm sure Waters won't mind being compared to Ulster. He does. He throws a great ball. And Kyle is going to hit the head pin. Everything but the triangle, too. No wood to help him here. And no tape on the pin either. Steve Lang. Ah! The margin on a triangle is always one of those things that'll make you shake your head. Takes 2 out of 3, still has the 4-pin here. See if you can clean it up. Looks right on it. 20 through 2. All right, Kyle needing to get on a streak quick. Waters had 3 in a row there with decent fills. Kyle need to do the same to keep his open string alive. Trip forward. Hey! For better or worse, it went. Took its sweet time. Got just enough of that pin to make it fall. And look, I mean, we were talking about it earlier when Waters had a pin that got tapped but wouldn't go. You know, and then this one didn't take much to pull a Nancy Kerrigan. Oh, makes up for it. You can hear people in the background. I don't know if it carried through. That's a real one. Nice, solid pocket clobber here, right into the 1-3. And yep. Not every strike is a hammer, but that one qualifies. All right, on the double, so this is actually just what the doctor ordered for him. Can he get 3? 3! And it's rocking! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Everything but the king. A 29 box gives him the lead through 3. Much. Perfect timing. Great wood here. Just stay right. Atta boy. So the spare will put him at 79 plus a ball for the half. Just what the doctor ordered for Kyle. So despite a 71.5, Waters steps up, finding himself in a hole. Down 8 plus a ball. Gotta get him fired up here. Pulled that one a little to the left. Chops through the 2-4 pocket, leaving the 1-6-7-8. Piece of wood hanging inside the 6 to keep it in play, so aim to the right side, make things fly. Waters is going left. And just can't get it to fall. He's got the 7 and the 8, the nice angled pin there, so hopefully you can sweep the wood, pick up the 10 bucks. Leave it outside. There it is. 81 through 6. Waters is going to need at least 1 mark. Well, I shouldn't say that because obviously there is the possibility that Kyle just fails to bowl the second half, but Waters will need at least 1 mark, probably a couple here to give himself a shot at this string. To ruin Jacob Meyer's prediction of a 10-4 final. He thought it was going to be 2. I do that myself. And I know I'm leaving the half Worcester. I'll put 2 fingers aside. For that one, I'll throw 4. It's the eagle, and he takes down the 7. So the logic tells you shoot the 2 into the 3. It's tough either way. Good Lord, he's so close to cutting that across. But just to the left by a sliver. So now looking to run down the wing for 9 bucks. And does just that. 90 through 7. 3 to go for Justin. Sitting at 569 in the day, so he'll need a mark to break 600. Arguably the fastest house that we have in the south. Millis can certainly play tight. And 2 in a row.
Not the time for this.
Hopefully that carried through. I like to try to catch up as much as the bowlers chatter as possible. Back-to-back eagle variants here as he's trying to pull away. Takes down the left wing. See if he can go for the right wing. Jake Cook showing up. Justin runs down the other side. 100 with a pair to go. Needs to put together a couple of good boxes here. And firing away in box 9. Oof. Yep, it rains, it pours. 41 headpin hits, 19 of them were splits, but unfortunately his last 4 in a row. You gonna do the ACBT? It looks fun. Trying to fly the setback, and oh, kicks the 5-pin forward. Just the 6 and the 10 to clean up. Show. Wow. Unable to clear that one. Let's try to run to get the DW for Justin so we can clear the wood. Oh, that was gonna pop. I think you should shoot that. It's not a split. All right, 109, a box to go. Justin needs 12 pins to get to 600, but obviously, you know, the bigger challenge here is Kyle's got a monster opening half. The amateur Candlepin Bowling Tour or whatever is a 4-event handicap series of tournaments during the summer, I believe, run by Kate and Danny Finn, with Matt Nichols, Corey Alisi, and a bunch of other people involved in it. Waters did not get the head pin there. It got tripped over, but he's got the 8-9 split with an army of wood in front that I can't imagine is not going to go. So we'll clip that one and save it.
Win a prize.
So he'll actually finish with 20 splits, even though that last one wasn't a head pin split. 41 head pins out of 50, which is just, I mean, he's not averaging 127 for a lack of accuracy. On the fill.
Yeah, baby. That's
It's a 5 box. 124, he'll finish with a 603.
That's how to go like 47 for 50 on the head pin. Nothing out of it.
41. Not bad at all. Oh, you're not on the ACBT committee. I'm sorry, Danny. All right. Kyle's going to step up here. Let me bring up his data real quickly. So you had 20, including that backdoor one at the end there. So Kyle's highest single for the season is a 151. And if he can make something happen here, it's in danger. He's going to be off the head pin. It's yucky, though. 1, 7, 9, and 10. And oh, I got 3 of them. I didn't know Edsy and JB, but thank you for filling that in. Kyle shooting at the 10 pin is going to leave it skinny. So the 9 box has him at 94 with 4 to go. All right, so he's going to need to get a couple of marks together to put his 151 in there. You'd be surprised, like you think a double, a spare. Well, in the end, it's really just 2 marks. And it's his turn to start the split brigade as he pops through there. Goes 2-1. I got Kate. I thought Danny and Kate were both in it. So it's the 2, the 4, and the 6. And he's going to shoot the field goal. Not touch anything. Just needing 31 in his last 4 boxes to go 10-4. The other way around. That was going to come across to the right. 102 through 7 needs 23. And that will have these guys splitting. They'll be splitting their matches. Waters only took 4 the first time around. And Kyle will only take 4 this time around from the looks of it. Kyle's off the head pin there, leaving the 1, the 4, the 7. See if he can shoot it down. Oh! Right through the bunny hole. All right, so at this point in time, you just want to make sure you're getting sticks. You don't want to make it any harder for yourself than it needs to be. Taking the 2. Yep. Absolutely. 111 with a pair to go. Kyle just needing 14 pins in the last 2 boxes, so keep the ball on the lane. Hopefully walk away with it here. There's 7 of them, but we saw this earlier by Waters. The baby split, the 2-7-8. Does a good job taking 2 out of the 3. Pins are pins are pins, so right now sitting at 120, possibly 121. Closing the gap on what's needed to take the string. There's the 10 box. 121 with a box to go. 3 to tie, 4 to take the string and lock in the 4-10 split. Well then, the second really heavy strike of the string. 3rd strike of the string. Waters will finish the match with 4 strikes, 15 strikes. Sorry, 4 strikes, 15 spares, 17 10 boxes. With Kyle, that is his 3rd strike of this string of the match. Must have screwed something up, huh? Then he'll have the split there, leaving the 3-1 to the side. See if he can make something out of this, sitting at 137 plus one more. It'll be a 7-box. 138 for Kyle, taking the final string, 138 to 124. I have to check some math and why my things aren't detecting a double strike. I feel stupid. But hey, it's always good to catch things and figure out what you're doing wrong. So, as you can see there, Waters took the first string, 129 to 92, a 132 to 104. Kyle Heady took the third string, 110 to 103. Justin came back, 115 to 96. Kyle finished with a 138 to 124 victory, and I'm going to make some changes here to my layouts. I'm going to make the volume come in on my instant replays, and then give you guys all the clips as we get the heck out of here and get ready for league night. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Waters takes the match 10-4 with a 603 over 540, and have a great time, guys. Take care. Hopefully the audio balance is good for you folks. And Waters with his first spare opportunity. Takes it right home. All right, box 3 firing away. Will it tip it? It's got it. 0 depending on how it comes out. 18 matches in the season. And
Nice
there we
shot.
go. He's on the board. All right, Justin's first shot versus the Horseman.
Here it is.
As Charlie Collins likes to say.
Which I have seen Kyle do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kyle beat me up at Sawyer's.
That's the song.
That's
There it
got to
is.
trip it. There it is. Factor. He's going to go right at this. And tears it down. High angle 6. So most of the rack there left to shoot at. Ride that 5.
There we go,
All
Kyle.
right. He may just needing the 5-pin. Kendrick, hey buddy, how you doing, man?
There you go.
2 for 2. Kyle getting a game for the stripe. A little bit of a
All
skip,
over it.
but he gets it either way. Just throw the ball nice and easy down the middle. Right? Yeah, he's got it.
All over it.
84. You know, the gap between the bowlers is a little stronger, so the records might slant a little more.
All over
Oh, right back at it. On the left, see if you can't get that to spin around. Oh, sorry, on the right. My other left. He's going for it.
it. Here we go.
And look at
Very
that,
good
folks.
shot.
Honestly, he's going to want as many points as he can get to stay in things.
Yeah, try and grab a few strings.
Yep. And Waters is not interested in making it heavy at the pocket so the head pin stays low. You don't want to get there. Or outside. Let it bounce around. There you go.
Saw that shot going for sure.
Piece of wood in front of it. Stay to the left side of the stripe. I don't think you can get to the right side of the stripe.
He's all over it.
And there it is. A much needed mark. I don't know why.
Nice
There
shot.
it is. Yep. It'll be a standing per match. That's really where you kind of averages are one thing, but the pins left standing are another big difference. There he goes.
Kyle.
In the drive. Yeah. I was sitting there bowling and I heard Matt snap the pencil. I can't remember if it was because I picked up a spare. Oh, beautiful ball. You know, how do you shoot at this pin? Do you change your spin? Do you try to throw it flat? He's got it.
I generally throw it in the gutter.
We all hate ourselves, Mr. Nichols. And there you go. They've been few and far, but third stringers like that for him too. Single stick. Away it goes. The Wednesday Night League. Waters looking for the spare here. And on it. 20 plus. We have a good time every time we're bowling near each other. See how Waters does against the triangle here. Absolutely. 2 in a row. I still say you come back down to the south. The better guys are down here. Waters with a great pocket shot, just unable to get that 4-pin to go. But there it is. Same to keep his open string alive. Trip forward. Hey! Wouldn't go. You know, and then this one didn't take much to pull a Nancy Kerrigan. Oh! Makes up for it. Gives him the lead through 3. Much. Perfect timing. Great wood here. Just stay right. Atta boy. There, it got tripped over, but he's got the 8-9 split with an army of wood in front that I can't imagine is not going to go. So. Well then.